Furious, or Fast and Furious 8 as it is known in some countries, is directed by F. Gary Gray and stars everyone we've come to know and love in this series. Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese, Ludacris, The Rock. It also features returning performances from Natalie Emmanuel, Jason Statham and Kurt Russell from the last film, but it also has new additions such as Charlize Theron as the villain and Scott Eastwood as a new character on the team. Before I get into what I think about the movie, I want to talk to you guys about my background with the Fast and Furious films. Now, I'm in the minority when I say I enjoy every single one of these films. I know that they're over the top and just balls out. They don't care, they just completely crazy, and that's part of why they're so good. Number 5 is by far my favorite though, because that was the perfect marriage of gritty, hard realism and over-the-top action scenes. I think number 5 is one of my favorite action films of all time, and it's my favorite Fast and Furious film. Number 6 is also very good. Number 7 was absolutely brilliant, and I do think that that was probably where they should have left it. But back with number 8, a part of me was really excited because it was directed by F. Gary Gray, who directed Straight Outta Compton. But also, you know, because it's number 8 and they're making like 2 more, I just didn't want them to sort of go over the top and just do too much with the franchise. And so I was very 50-50 going into this film, and the trailers didn't look great. I didn't like the trailers at all. But The Fate of the Furious has now confirmed to me, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that trailers don't mean shit. This film is energetic, fun, hilarious. Most of all, this film is full of pleasant surprises. Starting off from the very first scene, I knew that this film was going to be better than the trailers. The opening race scene in Cuba was absolutely brilliant, and I actually think that this film does a really good job of sort of acknowledging and sort of tributing the classic street racing route of the film. And it also addresses how the franchise has evolved throughout the years, because at the beginning it was Point Break with cars, then after a while there was like Mission Impossible with cars, and now it's Avengers with cars. So it actually does a good job of acknowledging that. The cast is great as always. You know you have your classics, you know, like Vin Diesel and everyone, and they're really good. But I think that Tyrese deserves a special shout out, because you know how he's always the funny man. This is probably the film that utilizes Tyrese's sense of humor the best. Also, The Rock and Jason Statham are insane. The chemistry between the two is just amazing, and I personally really want to see a spin-off movie just with The Rock and Jason Statham. That would be amazing.
I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
Charlize Theron as a villain, a lot of people have been saying that she's really good, but I think that she was a little bit wasted in this film, because one of the main reasons that Charlize Theron was cast in this film, and one of the reasons that sets her apart from other actresses, is the fact that she's good with action. In this movie, she doesn't have a big action scene. She doesn't really do anything. She just sits in a plane. She feels like a Bond villain, actually. She just sits in a plane and she has henchmen doing this stuff for her, and she didn't really feel hands-on enough for me. So I didn't love that aspect, but obviously from an acting perspective, Charlize Theron is an Academy Award winner and she was great. But let's talk about the action scenes, which is what most people come to these films for. They are brilliant. Obviously all the car stuff is very well done and executed, but I want to quickly talk about the sort of close-up hand-to-hand combat action scenes. There is a scene in the film that is in the trailers. There's a big prison fight between The Rock and Jason Statham. That is one of the best fight scenes I have seen in the last few years. That was truly brilliant. It was so energetic, it was so fun, and it really showcased The Rock and Jason Statham in the best way possible. There was pretty much little to no shaky cam, little to no over edits. And there's also another great action scenes which isn't in the trailer, so I won't spoil it for you, but it takes place on a plane. That's all I'm going to say. It's absolutely hilarious. Which brings me to the humor, because the humor in this film is actually very good. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the immature type humor that we've come to expect from these films, but it is really good. Whether it's Tyrese and Scott Eastwood, or Kurt Russell, or Jason Statham and The Rock, everyone is actually pretty funny in this film. Now, I think the biggest problem with this film is the third act, which I think is a little bit too long. If you've seen the trailers and you've seen the car chase scene on the iceberg with the submarine, all that is fine, but I just think that they could and should have maybe shaved off about 10 minutes of that and all the stuff leading up to that. There are also a ton of surprise appearances from a ton of actors in this film, which I won't spoil for you, but just keep an eye out for that. The Fate of the Furious, or Fast and Furious 8, is an energetic, fun, hilarious and surprising addition to the series, and I'm going to give Fate and Furious a B+. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, thank you.